Alright. I'll make a little video for Athene about nutrition, my friend. Gluten intolerance. Gluten intolerance, you need to avoid it. Most often, the signs of gluten intolerance are asthma in the childhood, skin rashes. Those are the two things I remember most. And so gluten intolerance is an intolerance to 4 different cereals: wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Alright, so you need to avoid beer, for example. You need to avoid bread. There are some gluten-free bread out there, but you know, you have to be careful. And there's some wheat sometimes in cat food or dog food. So if you need to, if you have a pet, but I know you don't, so I'm guessing you don't. And so there you are. So now the whole house needs to be empty from gluten. Nobody can have any kind of gluten cereal in the house. So if someone in the house buys a loaf of bread and uses the toaster, you're gonna be affected by gluten because it gets into the air and things like that. So no gluten in the whole house at all. So that's the gluten thing. And so you have to be careful also with tomato soup, for example. They'll put tomatoes. They'll put some wheat flour in tomato soup to make it thicker. You have to read the labels. And you say you eat pre-made potatoes. There's probably wheat flour in those pre-made potatoes, and there you go. Gluten intolerance in the face. You have to read the boxes. If it says may contain wheat, you cannot eat. There's sometimes in chocolate you get that on the label. Ingredients may contain wheat. Well, I don't eat chocolate. I don't eat that chocolate. I'm trying to find some really pure chocolate somewhere. So that's gluten intolerance. Also, if you get some kind of illnesses, if you get different kinds of illnesses, it may be a sign of gluten intolerance also. And so I'm playing Echo for your viewing pleasure. Ah! So aggressive. See, the trick in League of Legends is you have to bait. You have to bait the spells out of the enemy mana pool. Wow, it's lagging so much. Oh, cool down. Oh, I got hit by Stunned! Easy win! Alright. So, for irritable bowel syndrome, isn't that caused by gluten or something? I don't remember. I studied a lot of illnesses. Whoa, that's me! I studied a lot of illnesses based on nutrition or based on nutrition deficiency, and I don't remember which is associated with I don't remember which one is associated with irritable bowel syndrome. You might try probiotics. That's what you wanted to try. I take 16 different vitamins, 60 minerals, 12 different proteins. I supplement with everything. My main nutrition source is supplements. Okay, that way I'm sure, 100% sure that I get everything I need. that each cell of my body is duly fed. I don't mess around at all. Alright, I also take enzymes. Alright, the lactose intolerance. If you take digestive enzymes, good ones, you can drink milk, eat ice cream, and you won't feel a thing. Everything will be fine. Okay? And even then, you can with what was I talking about? Oh yeah, digestive enzymes. You can take them every day. It's just gonna make your digestion easier. Okay, digestion is the single most energy consuming process in your day. Okay, sometimes if you want to have an easy day, don't eat. You know, if you're staying at home, you know, peaceful, don't eat. You'll have an easier day. At the end of the day, you know, the next day you're gonna wake up hungry, but you're gonna have a really easy day on your stomach. Give your body a chance to clean up. Just drink water, a lot of water, and there you go. Now, eggs. You say you eat eggs. I want you to eat 8, 10, 12 eggs a day. Okay, my friend? 8 eggs a day is the minimum for you. Okay. In eggs, you get proteins, you get omega fatty acids called omega 369 in the egg yolk. The trick is you need the egg to be the egg white, the egg yolk to be liquid. Whoa! Echo counters thingamajig? So I want you to eat let's start with 12 eggs a day. And don't talk to me about the price of eggs, because the benefit you gain from eating eggs is 10 times 10 times more beneficial than saving the money that you could have had if you didn't buy the eggs. Nobody here for you, baby. Alright, the other thing, yeah, the egg yolk needs to be liquid. So you can poach the eggs and cook them in water. As long as the egg yolk remains liquid, you can you can soft scramble the eggs. Just cook them in with butter. All right, yeah, cook them in butter. The thing you want, the most important thing, also in cooking, is no oil. Okay, you talked about Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs got cancer because he was eating super vegetarian, but everything was cooked in oil. The oil oxidizes, okay, in your system and makes free radicals, and you get out of that, it facilitates cancer. So you have to be careful about eating, about cooking it with oil. You need to avoid all oil. Even extra virgin olive oil will oxidize, may put some free radicals in your body and facilitate cancer. So then you cook the eggs in butter, really low fire, soft scramble, let them be liquid enough. Don't overcook the egg yolk, and that's one way to eat eggs. Sunny side up is another way. 12 eggs a day at least. Now, if you eat vegetables, you can eat all the vegetables you want. I have no problems with vegetables. There's enough sugar in vegetables to sustain an athlete way of life, okay? So you don't need to eat any pancakes at all. Because that's another big thing, is the sugar intake. Every time you eat sugar, your body goes into a panic, okay? And your brain checks the sugar level in your blood and sends a panic message to the pancreas to secrete insulin, so that your body can absorb the sugar out of your so that the insulin can absorb can absorb the sugar out of your bloodstream. Okay, your blood sugar level is monitored like a nuclear event. Okay, in your body. Now the problem with type 2 diabetes is that there's so much insulin going through the bloodstream all the time that the body it gets used to it. It doesn't work anymore. It loses sensitivity. So based on that, I gave up all sugar in my diet. Potatoes are too sweet, carrots are too sweet, and beets are too sweet. Okay? So you give up all the sugar, no potatoes, no white rice. You can eat brown rice, because the brown rice around the envelope around the brown rice contains nutrients that prevent, for example, the sailor's sickness that they used to have. Vitamin C. And so white rice has been stripped of that nutrient, that shell, which was very nutritious.